knowing this.
Make sure it's recording. Okay. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know if I'm gonna say that. Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back. For today's video, I actually just wanted to talk about change and what it's like to have what it's like to have big change in your life and not know what to do with it, whether that be you're moving. As you could see in the background, I am packing. I'm moving right now, and I was in the hospital per my last video, so I have been taking some time off just to get my things together and like adjusting with the medication, and that's kind of been hard. Oh my gosh, Charlie, what's up? I'm making a video. Can I talk later? Okay. Let me do my video. Okay. So I realized that there was a lot of uncomfortability that I was dealing with while being in the hospital. Just because there was a lot of change happening, especially when I got approved for the new place, and then I'm graduating from University of Manitoba with my Bachelor's of Arts. And I'm going into radiology technician, which is called MRT program at Red River, which basically just means I'll be doing like x-rays and CTs and stuff like that, whatever I decide on. But I, for so long, have been in survival mode, and now I feel like that chapter is coming to an end, especially with establishing my career in MRT and like this new place. And I feel like the old Diana, the 16-year-old that got kicked out, is no longer with me. Like, she's always there, like when she gets triggered or something, but I feel like my survival mode is coming to an end. So I wanted to talk a bit about that. Okay. So a couple things. No one talks about how uncomfortable it is to outgrow your old self. There's a period of your life where you don't recognize who you used to be. Sorry, I'm gonna say that again. There's a period in your life where you don't recognize who you used to be, but you also don't fully know who you're becoming. And I really resonate with that one. Change doesn't feel... And the third one is change doesn't feel empowering when you're in it. It feels confusing, lonely, and uncertain. So if you're living through a transition right now where things are changing, or you're wanting to change your old habits or your old behaviors, or you want to start going to the gym, or maybe you want to start some new hobbies, baby, you know you're uncomfortable. I could see that you're uncomfortable. It's not by force. You're gonna fall. Okay. He's not gonna get down, so I'm gonna try to do this. Thank you. Let me just record the video, please. So if you're going through a transition, whether your parents are getting divorced, you know, there's so many different things that could, and I'm playing with a heated pack down here, so that's what's going on. But there's so many things that could be changing in your life. Just maybe you're tired of your old self, or maybe you're tired of the friends you used to have and you realize that you guys don't align anymore on certain views or just direction in which you guys are growing. The first step is recognizing that you are changing, and if you're watching this video or you're watching other videos, I'm proud of you for recognizing that there is a change, that something is shifting. That means you're developing your self-awareness, and that takes a lot of courage to do because sometimes it could be very uncomfortable. And like the point I said where it feels confusing, lonely, and uncertain, sometimes it's very hard to discuss with other people that the change of maybe your parents divorcing or changing schools or starting a new high school or making new friends, no one talks about how uncomfortable that can be, and because it's not discussed, you feel lonely. And especially if you're changing habits or the things that you were taught when you were very young, and now you're a bit older and you know a bit more about the world, and you're like, okay, maybe I want to change my thought patterns on this certain topic, but you don't have anyone to discuss with because the people you're surrounded with still believe in that ideology. Or for example, like politics, maybe you grew up and you made different friends from different areas, and now all of a sudden you're deciding like, maybe what I was taught growing up isn't what I want to actually believe. And you don't always have to not expose, I don't know if that's the right word, you don't always have to tell people that you're changing. You just change, and if people have a problem with it or they question it or ask you why you're behaving differently, one, you should just say, I'm just evolving, or like, I'm just trying out new things. If it's not really sitting well with you, just let me know, and like we can adjust our friendship, or you can adjust your comfortability with the new version of myself that I'm becoming. You should never not pursue what you want or what it is you see for yourself because of what other people may think. And I know that's easier said than done, but it doesn't help you. It doesn't, it only causes more clutter in your mind. Especially if those people are your parents, it's hard to go against the grain of that, but I highly recommend that you explore different things than what you were taught, because you won't know what you truly believe in until you do that, Okay, next thing. Okay, the next thing. Growth involves loss. You're going to be grieving your old self. You're going to be grieving the old habits. Your body's going to be fighting to stay in this like comfortability where it feels familiar. So that's your old habits, the way you're used to doing things. So say waking up in the morning is something new that you're trying, waking up early. I would say you have to do one thing at a time, because if you try to wake up early and go to the gym and also study a certain amount of time, like your body will literally fight you and be like, we're not doing that. It might last a week or so, and then you'll just go back into your normal habits. But if you do something for like 1 week and then you add a small thing, it's called habit stacking. If you add a small thing on top of that for the next week, and then you just continuously do that, or maybe 2 weeks for each habit, the more you do it, the more it will become a habit. I don't know how else to word it. It's like, I think you guys get it. If you take your time on one habit, it has more of a chance to stick. You are not just gaining a new identity. Oh my gosh, Diana, English. You are not just gaining a new identity. You are not just gaining a new identity, you're losing an old one. Ooh, this thing's hot. Your old habits, old relationships, old coping mechanisms start falling away. Even if those things weren't healthy, they weren't familiar. Even if things weren't healthy, they were familiar. And number 4, the brain prefers familiarity over perform. Number 4, the brain prefers familiarity over improvement. Okay. Where people feel lost the most, I would say, 1, you don't fully belong to your old life anymore, but your new life hasn't stabilized yet. You may feel disconnected from people, your priorities might change, and the things that once excited you might no longer matter. That's how you know that you feel lost. And that's just the in-between. And to be honest, you never know how long the in-between is gonna last. I'm currently in the in-between, and I've been in the in-between since 2025. And it's been hectic because I'm so over what my life used to be, like the survival mode, and I'm so ready for this like stable security and the stabilization. And I've just matured so much over the past like 3 years or 4 years. I've like completely changed who I am. And one thing that I've been having a hard time accepting change is my health, and learning my new rhythms and what it is I'm supposed to do to still be the person I want to be, but also listening to my body. And that's been really hard, and that's why I haven't been posting consistently, because I don't feel good a lot of the days. And it's not like that I don't feel good, I don't want to go to school. It's like literally my body is shaking from pain. I'm waking up on hours of the night, and what's it called, I'm also medically in menopause. Like, I have to be in menopause for my condition, which is endometriosis and PCOS, in order to control them, or it's a form of treatment to help with the pain and everything else. So it's been really interesting having that change in my life, being 25 now and being in menopause, and discussing surgery and other life-altering decisions at such a young age. Just so much change. So I try to focus on what it is I can control, but yet so much feels out of my control, so I feel a bit lost. And yeah, it's been a bit hard to like think what's next other than what I've planned. Like, I know I'm moving, that's set in stone, and fingers crossed, I hope I get into the MRT program. That'll be in August of 2026. So it's like, will I be ready for that? Is my body gonna betray me? It's all this new things that I'm trying to learn, and there are things that I can't do around the house, like cleaning. So I'm thinking about delegating those, like cleaning, cooking, and stuff like that. And it's just this new life that's forming. I have no idea what it's meant to be like, so I'm just kind of in the in-between. And it's uncomfortable. I want to acknowledge that it is uncomfortable, and it's okay to be in the uncomfortable. I'm trying to teach myself that the uncomfortable is the new normal, because I'm the type of person where I always want to change. Like, there's always something new that I want to do, and maybe there'll become a point where I will become content. Sorry, I hear my cat's playing with something. I just want to make sure. What are you guys doing? And then you get quiet. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I forgot what I said. But I'm excited for the future. Yes, you. Stop playing and go. You're distracting me from my video. My goodness. So some things are... Oh my god. I have so many cats. This is actually crazy. I can't focus. Some things do take a minute to settle in. And I'm really trying to allow myself to stay present, which I highly encourage you, because looking to the future is only going to cause your anxiety to go really high, and looking into the past, if you had a traumatic past, will only cause you more depression. So really staying in the present and being like, what is it that I can control now? What can I do to make today a better day? And just taking it day by day, and then hopefully one day you'll just wake up in your new position. But journal. I think journaling will help a lot of people. I don't do it that much, but I do a lot of meditation and visualization, so I recommend that. I'm wondering if I want to upload this without... I think I'm just going to upload this the way it is. Okay. This is where you shift perspective, okay? Your old identity was built around survival, adaptation, or past circumstances. Your new identity is built on intentionality. Go. Can you get away from the stick before you knock it off? Go. Move. Come on. Growth requires letting go of what no longer aligns for your future. Address the fear part directly. Not knowing who you're becoming doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're no longer operating on autopilot. You make conscious decisions now. And some reassurance and some grounding. I would say that this phase is temporary. All the phases of your life are temporary. The good, the bad, and the confusion in between. So it's about the journey. So control what you can control. Easier said than done, but it's what's got to get done. Everything is hard. You could either not do anything and stay the same and choose to be the same person. You could choose that hard. You might not be happy because the person that you become might be what other people told you should be. Or you could choose the path of figuring out who you are and what it is you like, and choose that hard of feeling uncomfortable. It's up to you in the end. I just hope that a majority of you choose the version of you that chooses uncomfortability. Your discomfort is a sign of transformation, not failure. And even if it is failure, nothing is wrong with that. I think failure should be viewed more as like a lesson. Okay, what's the lesson I learned from this? I tried this new thing and I didn't like it. What did I learn about myself? What did I learn about what I didn't like? Was it the environment? Was it the people? Was it something I did? Is it how I showed up? You could always learn something. And the faster you fail, the better, because then you know quicker what doesn't work for you, and you can move on to something that does work for you. And if you grew up in a place where you never had the opportunity to, I guess, get to know who you are, I want you to know that you're not losing yourself, you're meeting yourself. So shedding off this old skin of what people told you to be, whether that's your parents or your friends or society, and now becoming this new person where you're exploring, who am I really? I never really got the chance to know what it is I like to wear, because maybe money or restrictions, because someone was telling you what you could and could not wear. Activities, hobbies. I know with me, there was a lot of not knowing even where to begin finding out who I was. I think that's also why I put off a lot of time on like recording because I was like, how do I show you guys to be authentic when I don't even know who I am? I was never given the chance to explore that, and a lot of the times things take money to do. So when I was growing up, I was living for someone else based on how they wanted me to show up. And then I got kicked out at 16. And then it was just survival of paying bills and finishing school from 16 to 22. And then I fell sick. And then it was like, okay, I'm still in survival, living paycheck to paycheck. Now I'm medically ill. And now I have multiple chronic illnesses because I've been ignoring what my body was telling me for such a long time, or just the circumstances of like being in a bad environment, and the effects that has on you. Now I have to become this new person because no longer am I in an environment that is toxic to me, but I'm also about to leave the survival mode of lack of security with paying rent and dealing with illnesses and stuff that isn't covered by healthcare for my medicine and like medical stuff. So the stress of that is now going to be coming to an end. And I'm like, okay, who is this stable Diana? Who, like, and working on my business and content creation has been on my mind like crazy. And I'm like, how am I going to become this new person with these restrictions? And also showing my message of being unapologetically your authentic self. How do I do that if I am scared to be perceived in, not the sense that I'm like scared to be like witnessed by you guys, but it's more like I don't know myself. So if I show up as a version of myself that's still figuring it out, what if I don't like that self? And then I have this video that's up for, because I don't think I would ever take down any of my videos, but then like I have this like image of myself that doesn't align with my future self, and it's like you can't control that. So this is me not feeling well and still showing up for myself, and I know in the future I will become more of what I hope to be. And I guess I just hope that you can start your journey, because it does take a while for some people. But you are not doing life wrong. You are doing the best you can, and I'm so proud of you for taking the time to just even listen to me talk and to get yourself to think about something a bit differently. So don't forget, it's okay to be unapologetically your authentic self. Thank you for tuning in, and if you're new here, thank you for watching this far. Feel free to subscribe or comment and give me some opinions on videos you would like to see or what you thought about this video. And thanks for tuning in. See you next time.